back to Valley Boys TCG. I'm CK, and we continue the gameplay from this night. I was running Beelzemon at the tournament, but we had some pretty quick rounds, so between rounds, me and my opponents would get some extra games in for fun. We swapped out our decks, played a couple casuals during the tournament. So here I'm playing a Venus Control type deck. My opponent is playing the classic BloomLord. So the idea behind the Venus Control is really basically just stunning your opponent's board by giving them minus security. Even if they clear your security, they can't go for game if they have negative security attack. So that's kind of the idea behind it. We have a lot of things that help proc that, like the Darkmon. We have the inherited from the level 5s, and of course we have the new security Digimon Harrismon. So that's what I'm hoping to build up into. My opponent already has a Cherrymon on board, which is such an annoying card to get around because being able to reroute your opponent's attacks. But we do have Memory Tamer on board, and we have that Security Harris already in raising. We would rather have it in security to help us out, but that's fine. So I think I struggled a little bit to really build. And really, I would say that this deck is more of a reactive deck. It's not really too aggressive, but it can be, because the second that we play with Venusmon is the Lampmon, and that's a very interesting card. So we just drop another Harrismon to try to attempt to go wide, and then we was at the Holy Flame, give him -3 security. So if he does go into the Bloom and does Bloom things, he won't be checking security this turn at the very least. So we see the Pomu, we see the Sunflow in back, really building up. And then just drops the red Veggie to give me the 3 that I would have with the Memory Tamer I already have on board. So good stuff from the BloomLord, and this Venus is just kind of bricking on me, let's be honest. We got the Darkmon in the Darcimon, and then we see a Gatomon, the EX1 Gatomon. That one's good to give some minus DP to help us get around things in case there are a blocker, or in this case Cherrymon to reroute. And so we see the Blossomon, the Digizorb, and another Blossomon. Again, this is before the ban list, so little did we know that the decks that we were playing this night, or whether casual or otherwise, were going to get hit. Blossomon, a lot of people thought it wasn't a necessary hit, but with the recent reveals for future sets, that Palmon support and the Togemon and all this really good green stuff, it's supposed to be Rosemon support, BloomLord is just going to feast with that. And so here we got 2 checks, and the second check is the Security Leomon. Since it's 3, we do get a recovery. Security Leomon was a nice tech into this deck that I didn't think would work as well as it did, but it actually came in. And then here we see him go into another BloomLord to trigger the same effect. Gain the memory back, unsuspend, swing for another 2 checks. And we get a TK there. Looks like we grab, is that another dark one? Yeah, I think that's level 4. And then he quartzes my board, so that does not feel good. It does gain some memory back, but I'll still go to 3 with my Memory Tamers. So now I really have to be careful, because, and we just drop Therapy there to block 1, and then the Renamon, we realized that Sunflow, or the Blossomon, giving minus security on the Blossomon was pointless, so we just dropped the Renamon to put it on the Quartz. So Quartz won't be able to check security. It will be able to suspend that Renamon, but it won't be able to check security, since we do have a minus security on it. And so he is swinging over the Gatomon, which will still trash the top security since there's 5 suspended Digimon on board. Still, he trashes another security Leomon, which would have been nice. And then here, my opponent makes the mistake of Digivolving into a second Quartzmon. I will say Dan was pretty new to into the BloomLord deck. He's figured it out, and he didn't realize that the Quartz Mons would both be triggering and blocking each other from unsuspending. And then the ironic part of this is that it put me in a difficult situation where I wasn't sure how to proceed, because I ended up with removal in hand, but the removal didn't matter because if I removed one of the Quartz Mons, the other one would be able to unsuspend, wreak terror to the board. So his mistake actually ended up messing with me. So we get a Gatomon just to get some card draw here. And again, this is where I'm mulling it over because I do have I want to say, I can't remember what card it was, but I remember having something in hand that I could have popped a Quartz Mon, but then it wouldn't have benefited me. So we just drop a level 4 because we are kind of bricked. He got ahead and swings with the red veggie. It dies. And now all he needs really is to put a Digimon on board. And so he drops the sweet potato right there, and that is a blocker. And then a Sunflowmon to put me at 3. So actually the perfect way to go about this. So we go ahead and go forward. Digivolve into the Gokumon, which is a very good card. He allows you to play himself for 3. And then Venusmon lets us stun his entire board, or minus security his entire board, so there's no way he can swing for game this turn. This gives us hope to try to make some sort of comeback turn. And then he suspends with the Samani Santi. Such a smart play there to lock me down, because whatever he suspends won't unsuspend anyway. And then here we see the Hydramon come down, which will then suspend, and now my board is suspended. They have no way of unsuspending. So even though it looked like I might have had a chance to try to make something happen, didn't work. Bottom decks the Venus. And now my turn. There's really nothing I can do, honestly. I would need another Venus to lock him down and try to build again, but it would just be that Venus. So I drop a yellow memory boost, find nothing I need really, and I just scoop there, show him I have nothing to do, and he's got this one. So very quick gameplay, is only one of, but still fun. I need to tweak Venus a little more, but hope you guys enjoyed the quick video, and hope you guys join us again for the next one.